drop-down arrow next to that. You can choose that drop-down arrow, and this is where we're going to get to our profile settings. This is where you will dial in all of your branding. So you can upload your headshot here. You can add all of your states of licensure, update your job title, and here next to where it says social profiles, if you click here on this blue manage button, you'll be able to expand this and you'll be able to add all of your social media profile links here as well if you'd like to link to those, and also your personal website if you'd like to add that. Just below that, you will see you're able to upload your logo, your company logo. We are looking for a horizontal ratioed logo here in this section. I'll show you here in just a second how it's going to look on the report. But a longer, thinner logo is what's going to take up the most amount of space. The exact dimensions that you have to work with are 200 long by 40 tall. It doesn't need to be exactly those dimensions. So long as it's more rectangular in shape, that will work. Just below that, you are going to add your company disclaimer and choose a compliance logo and then save those changes. And that's really all that you have to do as far as your basic profile settings go. There are some other settings that I'll be showing you here in just a moment here in the homeowners settings section. But first I want to show you the report so you can sort of see where some of these settings that you're going to be filling out are going to be filling in on the report. So let's take a look at the report. This is the report that your homeowners are going to receive from you each month. And if you notice here in the upper left, this is where your logo is going to go. You've got from about here over as far as real estate goes for your horizontal ratioed logo. Here in the middle, we are going to pull in your headshot, and over in the upper right, we have the homeowner's information. The homeowner is able to update their mortgage information. They can update their address if they've moved. However, they would need to reach out to you if they feel that their home value is different than what we are pulling through here. So we like this to read like a stock portfolio. So we start by showing the homeowner what we estimate the equity in their home to be, followed by what we estimate their home to be worth. And you'll notice that all throughout the report are these blue buttons that are meant to encourage conversation and engagement between you and your homeowners. This "how accurate is my home value" tends to be the button that is clicked the most. And when that gets clicked, what's going to happen is, go ahead and click it here, you'll notice that that question will be sent to you. You will receive an email notification that that question has come through from that homeowner, and that would be your opportunity to reach out. This next section, we're showing the homeowner the cash that they would be able to put back in their pocket if they were to sell their home or do a cash out refi. And if you notice here below where it says estimated closing fees, we have a section here called lender fees. And I'll show you here in just a moment where you can update those lender fees within your homeowner settings. We are also going to show them how much they paid towards our mortgage so far, how much they could save if they paid a little more each month. And this section here, this is the interest rate block section. We update rates every Thursday. They are pulled from a Fannie Mae National Average A-paper borrower, but you are able to adjust the margin for the rates that appear here. So I'll show you that here in just a moment as well. And we do hide this section of the report for a period of 6 months by default, but you can adjust that timing as well. So I'll show you that. We're also going to show them estimated rental value data that we pull in from Airbnb. And down here, this affordability calculator, they can interact with all of this and see their estimated monthly payments based on these different scenarios. And then you'll notice down here at the bottom, it's branded to you. And if you have added any of your social media profile links, then these buttons will appear here. If you haven't, then they won't appear. And then if you have this report co-branded with one of your agent partners, then there will be an additional block of information just below here that will have all of your agent's contact information. Are there any questions that I can answer about the report before I show you how to dial in those lender fees and that interest rate margin? So far, so good? Okay, so back here under our profile, under settings, under profile, you will see homeowners. And if we expand that, and then we will see refinance fees. This is where you can update those refinance fees. And fees can be based on a dollar amount or a percentage of the loan. You can add fees or you can X fees out. So you really can structure this section however you'd like. I've seen some people have there only be one line here and have it be a percentage of the loan. And I told you that you could update the margin for the rates that we see on the report, and this is where you can do that. The only trick to this is the zero. You do need the zero in order for the number to save properly. And this is where you would adjust how long that refinance block was hidden from your reports. By default, it's hidden for a period of 6 months. The other thing that I would suggest that you do right away under this homeowners section is take a look at this email template. This email template is the welcome email that goes out to your homeowners prior to the first time that they ever receive the report. We're going to pull in information for the client's name between this merge field here, between the percentage signs, and we'll also pull in your signature information from the profile between these merge fields of these percentage signs. So I wouldn't mess with anything that you see between those merge fields of the percentage signs. But if you'd like to make any changes to the body of this email, you can. Whatever is saved here in this email template at the time that your reports are set to go out is what will go out. So you can update this and make changes as you're adding new homeowners to your database. And that's really it as far as your basic profile settings go that you need to get dialed in before you upload your homeowners. Are there any questions that I can answer about dialing in these profile settings or anything that we've gone over so far? Nope. Crystal clear? Okay, so the next big thing that I want to show you is how do we get our homeowners uploaded and into the system? So there's a handful of ways that we can do this depending on the status of your past client database. So if we navigate back to the dashboard here, just below dashboard, you will see My Production. Here in this My Production section, we are pulling in your transaction history from the last 5 years, and you are able to create a report from this screen and activate a report. All you would need if you were to click here on this Create Report, it's going to pull up all of the property information. It does take a couple seconds to load because it's searching for their mortgage information. It pulls all of this up. If you click continue one more time, it's going to pull up the homeowner's name, and then all you would need to do is add their email and their phone number if you'd like. The email is the only required field that you have to add. So this is helpful if you are someone who's in a position of having to rebuild your database if you weren't able to take it from your previous company or something like that. So that's one way that you can get homeowners into your myHomeIQ account. The other way, if you go down here to the homeowners tab, you can create a report and add homeowners one by one. Again, you're just going to need those same 3 pieces of information: the homeowner's name, email address, and property address. So you can add them one by one this way as well. And then the way that you're going to get the bulk of your database into the system is with this Upload Database button here. You can, as long as the file is in CSV or Excel file format, we can accept that. And like I said, as long as we have the homeowner's name, email, and property address, that's all that we have to have. We do have a template here that you can take a look at. If you are going to be running an export from your LOS and you also have loan data, I would suggest that you take a look at this template just so you can see all of the fields that you're able to ask for in the filters whenever you're running your pipeline. I believe it's called a pipeline report whenever you're exporting contacts from your Arrive or Encompass or whatever it is. Are there any questions about how to get your homeowners uploaded and into the system? Philip, I'm going to feel free to take yourself off mute and ask your question, or I'll read it here as well. I can read it here as well. What if there are more than one in a particular one number? You're saying that you have, like, in your spreadsheet, you have more than one phone number? Does the secondary phone number and the secondary email belong to the secondary co-borrower? Or does it belong to the primary the first borrower? You can only upload one email and one phone number per contact. If I were you, probably for the sake of ease, I would duplicate my spreadsheet. I could create a duplicate copy of my spreadsheet and delete the second column of phone number and delete the second column of email. One more time. There's only room to be able to save one email and one phone number per homeowner record.
I think what Phil's trying to tell you is basically instead of the way we have it right now, we have two separate sheets, and each one of them has one phone number and one email. We only need their email because you're emailing them, right? But the phone number, it really doesn't matter in your platform.
Correct. As it stands currently, it's on the roadmap, as they say, to for us to be able to text and use SMS to send reports as well. But as it stands currently, the only way that we're sending reports is via email. So
it's always beneficial to have their phone numbers as well. But for the sake of uploading them, what you're suggesting is if someone has 3 different emails, we need to have 3 different sheets. In each sheet have one email assigned to their name, pretty much.
Right.
Okay. All right. Got it.
Okay. The other things that you can do, so once you get your homeowners uploaded and into the system, you will be able to open up this type of a view into the homeowner's record. From here, you can edit home value. You can also assign an agent partner if that homeowner was one that you had closed with one of your agent partners. You can just click here on assign, and as long as you have invited that agent to connect with you, then they would appear here in this list, and then you would be able to assign that agent to this homeowner, and then moving forward, the reports would be co-branded and coming from the both of you. The other exciting thing that you can do once you get your homeowners uploaded and into the system is you are able to sort by pre-mover score. All of our homeowners are assigned a pre-mover score. Our pre-mover score is looking at over 100 different data points, factors such as the amount of time that someone's lived in the home, how much equity that they have in the home, how quickly homes in their market are moving, and even life events that we can collect from the county, such as marriage and divorce. All of these factors contribute to a homeowner's pre-mover score. So my suggestion would be that once you get your database uploaded and into the system, to sort, you can sort these columns by clicking on these arrows here next to the word, and you can sort by both pre-mover score, and the other way that I would sort would be by viewed. Say someone is viewing the report many times, but they have a low pre-mover score. This is still somebody that I would think is a hot lead that I would want to reach out to. And if nothing else, make sure that they hadn't done any home improvements on the home since purchasing it. That way, this report that they're looking at 9 times is reflecting an accurate home value and, more importantly, an accurate home equity position.
Well, how would we definitely don't know unless we are in communication with them and they're telling us that, hey, I put this much into this home and renovated for this much budget and this is what it looks like. Otherwise, how would we update the system based on that as far as that?
You would reach out to the homeowner and have a conversation with that homeowner.
Yeah, that's right. Good. Makes sense.
The whole idea of myHomeIQ is we're providing the framework for you to be able to have these types of conversations about home value and home equity with your homeowners. But you still got to pick up the phone and call them. It's conversations that lead to deals, right?
For sure. So let's say we talk to Tracy, the one that you highlighted, and Tracy mentioned that, yeah, I bought it for $698, but I put about 50 grand in upgrade. Okay, well, what did they upgrade, right? And then based on that, how we can change the current market value of that property based on what type of upgrade they did. Because upgrading your living room and putting beautiful shiny stone doesn't mean anything versus you do your kitchen and bathrooms, it means a lot. Like it had value. So
I would reach out to one of my agent partners and I would ask them to run a CMA. And then I would forward that CMA over to Diane or over to Tracy and
then we can change the value manually through that edit button on top right, correct?
Mm-hmm. And then moving forward, our system would use that new number as the new baseline for any rising or falling of the market.
Okay, cool. That doesn't make sense. Thank you.
As we were talking about getting your homeowners into the system, may I ask those who are on the call if anyone is using Arrive or Lending Pad as their LOS? And if I could take your name and make a note of that. We are able to do an automation between both Arrive and Lending Pad and myHomeIQ. That way, once you fund or close a loan in that LOS, the trigger would be the funding of the loan, and then that we can push that record directly over into your myHomeIQ account. So if I could just take a moment here. Gabriel, do you have, who is your LOS?
I have Arrive.
Ooh, perfect. Okay. And is it Lorcan? How do you say your name?
Sorry, it's Lorcan.
Lorcan. There we go.
Right.
May I ask your LOS?
Encompass.
Okay. Do you have Total Expert by chance? No?
No.
Okay. Okay. We're still working on that automation between myHomeIQ and Encompass. So I will make a note that that's the LOS that you're using. And then as soon as we get that all straightened out, we will reach out. So for you, once you get your database uploaded and into the system the first time, my recommendation would be that depending on how many closings you're doing a month, either to create a report one at a time at the end of the month as you're here with either this create report button and adding them one at a time, or you can also, again, upload another database, another spreadsheet at the end of each month to include all of your previous month's closings.
Great, thank you.
Okay. Who else do we have here? Andrea, who are you using as your LOS? What's that? Gotcha. Okay, I was just looking, you got busted me. I'm looking at my invite list and I'm like, who's this?
Yeah, Andrea and Philip are part of my team. So yeah, we're using Arrive. So what should you do? Is there like an instruction? You send us an email and we can connect and everything else?
Once you get your database uploaded, you have to get your database uploaded first before we are able to do the Arrive connection.
Okay.
Have you uploaded that yet?
Phil is in charge of that.
What's that?
Did we, Phil?
Are going to give suggestions for agents that you've already closed deals with. You can invite those agents simply by clicking on their names. And then there's this invite agent button here that you can click on, fill in their phone number and their email address, and you can send them an invitation here through the system. If you wanted to invite an agent that you hadn't done a deal with, same process, just clicking here on this invite agent button, and you can invite agent via email. It pulls up that same invitation form and you're able to send them an invite this way as well. We have a VIP agent onboarding program that you can take advantage of as well. You can have your top 3 agents be a part of this program. And this program also includes outbound phone calls from our agent onboarding specialist, Kat. Kat is the former agent coordinator for one of the largest Keller Williams offices in Tennessee. And she talks about being like raised in rooms where they're doing objection handling, role playing and whatnot. And so when she gets an agent on the phone that says that they're so busy, she just has the right thing to say to cut right through that and help get them into one of her onboarding sessions, answer any questions or objections that they may have about using our platform. And then once she gets them through her onboarding program, she'll communicate that information back with you, invite you to bring in another agent into that spot. And we consider it a successful graduation from our VIP agent onboarding program once that agent has uploaded at least 25 of their own homeowners So once the agent crosses that milestone as well, Kat will also communicate that back with you and let you know that that agent has been a success through her program, and again, invite you to bring in another agent into that spot. She also will host what she calls her Agent Power Zoom. This is where you can have her join you, say, at a real estate office weekly team meeting or something like that. And you could have her Zoom into that meeting and do like a 15 to 20-minute demo on myHomeIQ. She'll share how to get connected with you and then follow that group as they are getting their account set up and their homeowners uploaded and all of that. So that's also something that you can take advantage of that Kat offers. And lastly, she also will do like a small group sort of a meeting. So say you wanted to have a meeting with one of your top agents and yourself and her, like a three-way meeting. She'll host a meeting like that for you as well. We know that getting agents to do to just respond to an email can be a bit challenging at times. So that's why we have this program to help with some extra follow-up. And I'm telling you, we really have had a lot of success with this program. All day long, my phone is beeping at me. Success, she's sending updates and whatnot. So I highly encourage you to take advantage of that program. All you have to do to get your agent to be a part of that program is 3 steps. Step 1, invite them through the system here. When I say invite them through the system, I mean, you need to send this invitation form through the system. That way we will have their phone number and their email. Second, have a conversation with this agent. And lastly, just shoot me an email or a text right after you have that conversation and say, hey, Mandy, I just talked to Christian. I want him to be one of my VIPs. From there, what I will do is I will introduce Christian to Kat, and Kat will put them in her special VIP pipeline and follow their progress and make sure that they get connected.
So,
Mandy, can I ask you, do we show up on the agent's email client list when they send out, even though we're not the mortgage banker, or how does that work? Is that benefit? That's how we're benefited, or what?
Any homeowners that your agent partner uploads will show up here in your homeowner's dashboard. So you'll have visibility of all of the homeowners that they've uploaded. But in addition to that, let's find one that's active. That one was in draft. I'll show you what the report looks like whenever it's co-branded to the both of you. And that's the idea. Are these all in draft? My goodness. Here's an active one. Okay. Let's look at this report, preview report. So if it is a report that one of your agent partners has uploaded, or if it's a homeowner that one of your agent partners has uploaded, this is what that report looks like. And so the reason why you would want your agent partners to upload their database as well is that then, yes, the report that those homeowners get each month, it's going to have the agent's picture at the very top. However, down at the bottom, it will have both of your information. And let's take this out of preview mode for just a second here. When you preview the report, we put it in preview mode, meaning we don't want there to be any of these blue buttons for you to accidentally click on, but we're not going to do that. So the way that it works is any questions regarding home value would go directly to the agent, and say the homeowner had asked any questions regarding lender fees, that question would go directly to you as a loan officer that's connected to this homeowner's report.
And then our VIP cost is covered through our initial upload, whether we did 1,000 or, our original pricing plan, whether we did 1,000 or 2,000.
Yes, so it doesn't cost your agents anything to join, whether they're part of the VIP program or not. Any homeowner that agent uploads will just come out of your total monthly allotment of 1,000 reports or whatever. And as far as this VIP program extra cost goes, there's no extra cost. This is just something Kat and I got together and we were like, how can we increase agent engagement? How do we get agents to sign up? And we found that they need a lot more than just an email landing in their inbox inviting them to connect. They need phone calls and some nudging, and
Sure.
we call it's like herding cats, trying to get agents to do anything. So that's why we made this program up, and Kat leadership caught on to what we were doing. And then now she's actually measured by how, her success rate on how, if it's an agent that she's been introduced to, like, what is her success rate at turning that person into a success of uploading at least 25 of their own homeowners. So she's highly motivated to get those agents that you have identified as VIPs, through our system and connected to you. So she's anything that she can do to help you get that done, she's all for it. Okay, speaking of agents and finding agents that we may want to connect with, in the intelligence section, this is, we are just coming out of beta on our intelligence data. Here in this section, you are able to and loan officer relationships and loan officer transaction data. So if we just take a look at one of these here, you are able to, let's see here, let's go ahead and search let's search I'm going to play a little game of Russian roulette here. Somebody give me a zip code.
89148.
89148. That's right, you're in Las Vegas. So we pulled these agents in that area. What I like to do is sort by buyer's volume or sort by buyer quantity. Usually it's roughly the same. But if we were to want to take a look at one of these, you can see their transaction details. You can also see who their loan officer relationships are. Like, this is not an agent I would necessarily go after. He's quite loyal from what it looks like to Sean here. But he does have lost listings. Our lost listings are pulling in. We know that Donovan closed a deal at this address at this date, and this property has since gone on to sell, and it wasn't with Donovan. Be curious what this agent's follow-up plan looks like. Granted, he's doing a lot of deals, but you can also click over here to transactions. If we take this off of lost, you can sort by home value or, purchase price, and see if this is the type of agent that you are wanting to do business with. So that's some of the information that you can look up in our intelligence data, and then you're also able to look up the same type of information regarding agents if you're wanting to do any recruiting or anything like that. And that's really the gist of this intelligence section here. Just to quickly go through the rest of these tabs, under the buyers tab, we do have a buyer pre-qual site that you have access to, and any leads that come through that buyer pre-qual site come here and land in this buyers section. You're able to see how they answered any questions through that landing page, and also their contact information. If we head over here to the settings section, I can show you under profile, under buyers, under website. This is where you can customize that buyer pre-qual page. By default, it has like a Monopoly, I call it Monopoly cartoon looking background, but you can update the background with an image of your choice, as long as it's landscape size. You can update the color here, and you can also add your application link and like a thank you introduction video that would play after the after the prospective buyer goes through this get started process and answers these handful of questions.
So the video will be something from YouTube, a link from a YouTube video, or
you can add a link here to YouTube or Vimeo or any place online where you can host like a video link, and you can just save that link in here. And then after they go through this, process, let's see if we can, I think I've got a picture of it. This is what they're able to generate after they go through that and answer those questions. And if you have an application link, and if you have a video added, then below here in this section, there would be an invitation to take the next step and get fully pre-approved, or and then just below that also there would be like a video that the buyer could play to view here as well. You also have two other landing pages that you can use. If we look back at the at homeowners here under settings and website, you can see the other two landing pages that you have. We have one here for refinance. You can also customize this background if you would like, and then update the color scheme. And then we also have one here for home wealth. You don't customize the background here. All you need to do is customize the color scheme. But this one, we find that our agent partners love using this one at their open houses or in their open house flyers. If you're using Google Chrome as your web browser, you can create a QR code directly from this page here by just right-clicking on the page. And this works for any landing page that you're trying to create a QR code for, not just myHomeIQ. But now we have a QR code that the agents could use, for example, in one of their marketing flyers. For open house, they could add a QR code to it that could say something like scan here to see what your home is worth or something like that. Also under this marketing tab, we have posts for refinance, posts for homeowners, and posts for buyers that you can look at and use in your social media content. For example, this post for homeowners, this is one of my favorites here. I like this image. You can click there on share banner. The publish button is currently down. Used to be that you could publish directly to your Facebook account, but Facebook changed the rules on how business accounts are publishing versus personal accounts. And anyway, we're working to get that reconnected. But in the meantime, all you need to do is click here on download. You can save this image somewhere on your computer. Then you've got your picture that you're going to use in your post, and then copy this caption. And then you've got your content for that. And if you notice here down at the bottom, there is a link to a landing page. And that is your home wealth landing page that I was showing you here in your settings. So the posts for homeowners are going to lead to home wealth. The posts for refinance are going to lead to refinance. And the posts for buyers are going to lead to buyers.
Okay, so in order for us to be able to do those posts, you said we cannot do a direct integration with Facebook. We need to manually actually go into Facebook and post it and get that link and put it there.
Okay, so it used to be that you could click publish here and then connect your Facebook account, and then you could push it through automatically. That's not currently operating. So the workaround to that is to just click on download, and then I would save this image somewhere that I could find it on my computer.
Okay.
And then I would copy this caption, and then I would go open up my Facebook. I would go to create new post, and on my computer, I've got the image that I want to use already saved, and I've got the caption already saved, and I would just paste that into a new Facebook post.
Oh, makes sense. Thank you.
All right, the next thing I want to just take a brief moment to show you is under campaigns. We have recently launched our postcard campaigns. This is where you are able to send full color, jumbo size postcards to your homeowners. It's $2 a piece per postcard. Postage is included. The only campaign that we currently have is targeted specifically to those homeowners with high pre-mover scores. So this mover alert campaign, this first one here that's available, once you get your homeowners uploaded and into the system, you would be able to come here and see which of your homeowners have been identified as having high pre-mover scores. And then you would be able to launch specifically those homeowners on a postcard campaign. It's a 12-month campaign, one postcard a month, targeted specifically to those homeowners with high pre-mover scores. And lastly, under this training tab here, we do have some coaching videos that you can watch here that have been recorded. We are bringing back our coaching corner, Thursday coaching corner. I believe it's at 12 o'clock is our 12 o'clock my time, Pacific, every Thursday. So you will be receiving invitations to those as well. But once the coaching corner for the week is over, then we do upload them here, and they're recorded for you to go back and watch as well. We do have some training videos. If you got stuck needing to know how to update a homeowner's information or anything like that, you can watch these quick little videos. We also have a realtor connection kit here. There's some resources and some scripts on how to invite your agent partners. But as far as training goes, My suggestion for the best place to get any support or training is if you go here to the settings section, you will see that you can register for training. This is taught by Chris Prescott. He is been an agent himself for 35 years. He brings an interesting perspective to how to use how to maximize and use your myHomeIQ account. So my suggestion would be that once you get your homeowners uploaded into the system, book yourself into one of these office hours with Chris and see if he adds any additional layers that you might be able to pick up any tips or tricks on. And then also we have Shayna available through this chat now button. You can get there also down here in the bottom right, this little yellow chat bot here. You can get to her as well. Just type like speak to a live agent or something along those lines. She is available Monday through Friday between 9 and 5. I call her the Wizard of Oz. She knows everything going on around here. Chances are, if you email me and ask me some question, it's not a common question I don't know the answer to, I'm gonna go ask her. She knows all. Also, I am in and out of these meetings throughout the day, so sometimes it's not until 6, 7 o'clock at night that I'm checking my email. So if you need an immediate answer, my suggestion would be that you reach out to Shayna directly here through this chat now feature. And she can answer any immediate questions if you have. If you have any other questions that can wait, 24, 48 hours, you want to strategize or talk on, anything else that I might be able to help you with, feel free to shoot me an email or a text as well, and we can also hop on a call. But really, what I want you to walk away from today is knowing that how to get your basic profile settings all dialed in. That's going to be your first step. Second, making sure you get your homeowners uploaded and into the system. And then step 3, start thinking about which agents that you want to connect with and have be a part of our VIP program. And then as soon as you have a conversation with that agent, shoot me a text or an email and let me know that agent's name, and then I will get them introduced to Kat, and she'll take it from there. But are there any questions that I can answer? You guys all ready to get started?
So if I arrive and I don't have a database to upload, I just was going off the My Production tab.
Okay.
Can we just go ahead and get it connected just for the future? Or?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay.
I will get you introduced to Chris right now.
All right, thank you.
Randy, can I ask you if I wanted to print a report now and just send it to an agent as an example, how would I do that? And can I just use one of the ones that's already in my database?
Yes. What I might do, how would I want to do this?
Or an
There's not a
example of
great,
doesn't matter to me.
there's not really, it's not printer friendly. I would more
by
like,
email.
huh?
I mean by PDF email.
I
Like,
guess you could turn this web page into a PDF, but maybe you just share the link.
Yeah, if I just wanted to share a link, could I just pick one off my page and share it or not? Example of what I'm talking about when I call her. As an example of what I'm talking about when I call her.
Sure. Yes. I wouldn't send one of my own an actual person's homeowners thing, because if she interacts with, if she has that link, that means that she's going to have, and it's not in the preview version, so it's got all the buttons and all that. I wouldn't want her to click on anything and then you wouldn't know if it was her looking at it or the homeowner engaging with it. So if I was going to send an agent something, I might create a test home that didn't belong, that I was going to use as my report that I was going to share. So I wouldn't ever worry that if a question came through, who it was coming from, the homeowner, because this link is unique to this report.
Gotcha. Okay.
What I've seen some loan officers do is they'll just ask that, hey, I have access to this cutting edge new technology. Let me send you a test report on your house. And you could create a report for that agent as if they are a homeowner. So they
Gotcha.
would see
Okay.
exactly how their homeowners would receive it, or their past clients would get a report and get the email and the whole experience.
Gotcha. Okay.
Well, if there aren't any other questions that I can answer for you all, I will be looking forward to hearing from you to know which VIP agency you might want to introduce into our VIP program. And I'll be keeping an eye out for once you get your databases uploaded, and make sure that we get that Arrive connection where we can.
Thank